Hello and welcome back. Today I have another ink review video for you. This is another Birmingham Pen Company ink, and this one is called Fountain Turquoise. And we're going to go ahead and take it out of here. They come in these really nice boxes, and the boxes are matte finished, so you could actually put a drop of the ink on the lid so that you can see from the outside what the color is supposed to be. This is how it looks on the label. And we're going to go ahead and do a swatch real quick. And if there are any other colors that you'd like to see me review, just leave a comment down below. If I have that color or if I can get it, then we'll do a review video. So this is a really pretty turquoise color. And I know I've mentioned that before, that when somebody says, oh, this is turquoise or this is teal, I don't really know what the difference is. So it's either a teal or a turquoise. But they call it Fountain Turquoise, so I'm guessing that's what that is. This is kind of a very bluish green, very pretty. All right, and then we will write the name on here. All right. And what I'll do is I'm going to try putting this under the fan now so that it's dry sooner. That way it'll be ready for us. And I hopefully the sound won't get picked up on the video, but I'm just going to try it and we'll see how that goes. But that's how that looks now. Okay, hopefully the fan isn't too loud. So this is copy paper, and I like to try the inks on these cheaper papers because sometimes you don't have access to nicer paper, maybe at work or school or something. So we're going to test this out on a couple different papers. This almost looks like it has some shading. We'll see after that dries, but this is just on copy paper. Tiny bit of feathering, but that's kind of normal for copy paper. And this is HP 32 paper, which is also a type of copy paper, but it has a really nice smooth finish on it. So the ink tends to resist and sit on top, or resist the ink so it sits on top, and then sometimes you can see different special effects in the ink like you would on some fancier papers. So this is a good in-between paper. All right, we'll draw some lines. And if you enjoy these videos and want to support the channel, go ahead and click like and subscribe, and then you'll see more. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is a really pretty color. We'll give that a minute to dry, and then we're going to try this on some Tomo River paper. The Tomo River paper is also very smooth, and it does something really good with the inks. It tends to show off more of its special properties. So if you've never used it before, I highly recommend getting a journal or something made out of this paper and giving it a try. And I'll leave a link down below where you can find this ink from Birmingham Pen Company. Now, they do often sell out of their inks. They typically just make a small batch, and then when they sell out, they make more. But it can sometimes take them weeks or even longer to remake the batch. So if you like this color, or if you see a color that they have that you really like and you want to try it, I strongly recommend buying it then, because it might not be available. Like, it might sell out and then not be available again. And they don't sell samples, and I don't really know anybody who does, so yeah, it might be kind of hard to find. Okay, so this is going to definitely need a minute to dry. Let me check on the swatch. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So let's first check this on the papers. So here is the copy paper again. It's a nice turquoisey color, very pretty. And then here it is on the HP 32, and you can tell immediately that this is a much richer, deeper color than on here. So HP 32 paper is very nice for writing on. And there's some definite shading in here, very obvious, very pretty shading. And on the edges here and on the edges of some of the letters, just barely, there's a tiny bit of a sheen, just very, very slight. And then on here, on the Tomo River paper, again, along the edges here, there's a tiny bit of a sheen. It's very pretty. It's like a pinky color, kind of, or like a red or something. Very pretty. And again, the shading is just really, really nice on this ink. So this is a beautiful ink if you want something with some shading that goes from very, very light turquoise color to a rich, deeper color on the edges from that sheen. And this is not an overpowering sheen. It's not, you know, the kind where I know some people, they complain that it clogs their pens and all that, or it's hard to clean out of the pens. I don't think that's what this is, because it's such a tiny amount. It's just there, just enough to add some interest to the ink, some depth of color. And then here is the swatch. And now you can see that sheen on there. Very pretty. I'm hoping that the camera picks it up, but it's right through here, this dark color. So it really does add something nice to this ink. And around the edges here, that halo shading in these ribbons, and down here in the writing. And you can really see that sheen here where it says ham, and around the B here, and on the Q, anywhere where the ink gets laid down a little bit heavier. You see that sheen. It's so pretty. So this is a beautiful turquoise color. If you're looking for something with some more interest maybe, and you know, shading, this is a really good choice. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.